Would that be humane for me to go up to somebody and just snap their neck open?
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so you just don't want to listen to the full argument. You're just gonna cut me off because you're scared, and you don't actually know how to respond to the entire thing. Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna reiterate the more relevant distinction between a human and a pig. So, by nature, what does that mean? It just means that if a human were to not have some sort of issue with them, they have this intrinsic quality, right, to be able to understand the moral contract and to be able to.
No, that's incorrect. That's
okay, what's the argument against it? What's the argument against it?
Because there are some people that don't have that nature.
Okay, you're not following. You're not.
There are some humans that don't have that nature.
Mike, you're not.
Your argument collapses, right? I can point out humans that don't have that nature.
I was speaking in generality. I said
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about generality. We're talking about individual animals that you're killing and individual people, right?
Mike,
you're individuals. Stop. Listen. We're comparing individuals, right? You were comparing an individual pig to an individual person. And in that sense, there's no moral distinction there. That's what you have to demonstrate. Where's the moral distinction?
Bro, Mike, you're lost in the sauce. Holy crap.
Just tell us the distinction morally.
I'll tell you it, but you can't cut me off and then say some bullshit and then try to...
Can you just answer it?
Yeah, sure. The more relevant distinction. Okay, listen to these words. If it's the case that the person doesn't have a disability, right, or something that is an issue with them.
You're not answering my question, though, right?
You're so afraid. You're so.
No, you are not understanding my question. I'm not talking about in general. I'm talking about on an individual basis.
Answer.
What is the individually speaking? What is the morally relevant difference individually, not generally? What's the difference? Go.
I'm telling you. So if they don't, humans, if they don't have an issue with them, we expect them to be able to reciprocate their moral contract.
You keep doing this. We're talking about an individual mentally handicapped
person.
Chat,
y'all see him not letting me speak?
We are talking about an individual mentally handicapped person and an individual pig. What's the morally relevant difference there? What's the difference?
See, you can't ask me the question and then
what's the difference? What's the difference?
Answer. How about this? I'll change my answer if you can reiterate what I was gonna say.
What's the difference, sir, between a pig and a mentally handicapped person, morally?
Okay. So if it's like we expect humans in general to be able to reciprocate the moral contract. So if a human has something wrong with them, we would have known that if they didn't.
Sir, no, you're not answering the hypothetical, right? I'm talking about a person. All we're talking about right now is a person who is mentally handicapped and a pig. That's it. Only talking about these two things.
I'm talking about that.
Great. So then talk about the differences between those two individuals. What's the morally relevant difference?
Okay. A pig, right? No matter what it has, it would have never had the ability to ever.
No, that's not its nature. That's not in its nature.
Hold on. You can't just ask me something and then continue to continuously cut.
You're wrong. You're incorrect. You're talking about the nature of this being. What do you mean by nature? What is that? And number two,
I'll explain.
What you're saying is that every pig has that. That's not true. You're saying every person has these qualities. That's not true.
What I'm
talking about an individual person who's mentally handicapped and an individual pig. The intelligence is the same.
This is
morally relevant. What is the morally relevant difference between those two individuals? Go.
Okay. Let's take, and I don't want you to cut me off, right? Unless you're scared. If you want to keep being scared and running away and not allowing me to answer, then you can continue to do that, and then you can kick me off.
Just
right?
answer.
So yeah, we have a disabled person, right? Mm-hmm. Why can't they reciprocate the moral contract, right? There's something obviously inhibiting them from being able to do that.
Yeah, can you answer the question now? Can you answer the question?
I'm answering the question, buddy.
Can you answer the question now?
Okay, prove I wasn't going to answer the question.
Just do it. I never said you were.
I'm going to, but stop cutting me off then.
Just do it.
Exactly. Okay, so we have a disabled person. Why can't they reciprocate the moral contract? It's because they have a disability that doesn't allow them to understand what this thing entails and to be able to reciprocate it back to another person.
Can you answer the question?
Yes, I can answer the question. Now, since they are human, we could expect that if they didn't have that thing,
you're not answering the question. You're not answering the question. You're stuck.
Yes, I am.
No, you're stuck. Answer the question. This is your last chance
Peter,
to answer
you
the
don't have
question
like a Peter.
directly.
You don't
Answer
have.
the question directly. What is the morally relevant difference between these two individuals? Go. Last chance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna repeat what I said.
No, we're not done repeating. We're not going to hear you repeating garbage. You have not pointed out the distinction between those two individuals. You have not done that.
Hello?
Hey, what do you got?
Yeah, I just got a question, right? Why do you think the intelligence of a pig and a Down syndrome person are the same? Well, actually, let me ask something else. So you talk about morals, right? Well, let's talk about the pets that you were talking about
Okay,
earlier.
stop.
So a
Relax,
pet is a
relax,
domestic
relax. How old are you?
old enough, 18, to cock purposes. But you say
Guys, we're talking about ethics, right? We're talking about ethics here. There's no reason to harm animals. You can't justify eating animals at all. There's no justification for doing so. And all your justifications are bad. That's why I'm vegan. Yep, I know all you guys hate me. I know you all hate me. But look at what you're doing to the animals. You're harming them. You're making them suffocate in gas chambers. You are torturing animals around the world for no good reason, right? You have no justification for it. You are harming animals. You're killing them. You're slaughtering them. Why? When we know that animals are very smart individuals, smarter than dogs. There's no reason to harm them. There's no reason to harm these poor innocent animals at all. There's no justification for doing it. That's the way the world works, but it doesn't have to work that way, right? We have choices. We have choices. We can change.
I love eating chicken. Yum, yum, yum.
Great.
Absolutely delicious.
Great. So what justifies harming animals?
I couldn't give a fuck. I love eating
Right.
chicken. Fried chicken is the best.
So what you're saying is that you have no ethics, right? So do you think
Yes,
it's
that's what
wrong?
I'm saying, yeah.
Do you think
I
it's
have
wrong
no
to kill a
ethics.
person? Okay,
Absolutely,
great.
mate.
Great. Do you think it's wrong to kill a person?
Do you think you have a moral absolute? Do you think there's a moral
No,
absolute?
I'm asking
Do
you.
you think your moral is superior to mine?
Sir, do you think it's wrong to kill a person? Murder.
Chicken is absolutely
Sir,
delicious,
okay,
mate.
you guys can. Guys, I used to be a non-vegan too. I used to eat animals too. I know what it's like. I know you see me and go, "Oh, he's the weak. He's overreactive." I understand your position. I get it, but still don't have a justification for not being vegan. You have still not justified eating animals. And I know it's so easy and appealing to go, you're vegan. You're stupid. But just think for a second, right? Put your thinking cap on and recognize that there's a victim here and you're harming animals that don't have to be harmed. I know it's so easy and fun to pick on the vegan, but just think. Use your brain. Use your logic. You're harming animals. Hey, what do you got?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, what justifies harming animals?
I mean, there's nothing right about harming anybody, but at the same time, it's we're humans. We're destroyers of the universe. We pretty much
Yeah, no,
destroy ourselves.
that's not an
So
excuse, right?
justify.
You just justified murder now, right? Oh, we're bad, so let's just murder, right? I'm asking you, what justifies harming animals
No,
when you don't have to?
I'm taking accountability for the actions of what I do.
So you recognize that it's
Well, if
wrong
somebody
and
breaks
it's
into my
better to
house,
go
I
vegan?
justified murder. I recognize that if there's something, if somebody's
I don't know why it's so difficult for people to have logic. I don't understand why it's so difficult. Just just understand the logic here, right? Just track with the logic. We don't care. Well, So you justified, so you just conceded that you have no ethics. The moment you say, I don't care, is the moment you recognize you have no ethics, right? We care about ethics. We all say we love animals. We all say we don't like murder. We all say we don't like rape. So we have ethics. So why is it all of a sudden your ethics goes out the window when it comes to the animals? Doesn't make any sense. Be consistent, right?
Good evening, everyone.
What do you got?
Well, I'm halfway vegan. I'm getting there. I agree
Okay.
with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for people who disagree, but thank you. I understand you guys all don't like me. I understand it's fun to pick on the vegan, but just think for a second, right? Think about what you're doing. All the hate you guys are giving me, I don't even, doesn't bother me. I want you guys to think.
Hey, so
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking, I just wanted to put my opinion out there. It's not like important, but I feel like you should do what you want to do.
Okay. No.
Like,
No. How
wait,
old are
wait,
you?
wait,
How
wait.
old are you? How old are you?
I feel like that does not matter.
Yeah, I can't talk with children.
So I wanted to say, like, if you're not the all right, so if we're not the ones killing it, like the people that eat it, like butchers kill it, right? So what's wrong with us eating it if we're not murdering the animal?
Well, you're paying for that action, right? So you're contributing for that process to continue by paying for people to do that, by eating animal products, by paying for those at the store, right? That's the problem. You're causing that to happen in the first place. When you can stop doing that, hence stop harming the animals.
Shit. I mean a big ass burger right now though. I ain't gonna lie. You want a bite?
Yeah. So do you have any logic, or are you just gonna like speak nonsense? Dick, where's your logic here?
You said what, bro? You said what, bro?
What justifies harming animals?
What do you mean where's my life?
Why do you torture animals?
All I said was, do you want a bite of this burger, gang?
AKA you have no brain, right? It's guys, come on. It's all fun and games until you recognize that there's a victim involved, right? Until you recognize that you are literally causing suffering and abuse and torture to others.
So like, I think it's funny that just because you don't like people's answers, you're really quick to say it's not logical. Like,
Great.
there
So
are
give us a
plenty
logical
of
reasoning for harming animals.
okay, can you let me finish talking? Thank you. There are plenty of cultures that like honor the animal's soul and the animal's life, and part of that honoring is like eating the animal and like using their skin for stuff. And like,
Okay, great.
if you
So
want to be vegan, that's cool.
no. You're
But
not.
you don't
No.
have to sit
You're not
here
going to
and
do
tell me how
this. No,
people
you're
are
not going to
wrong
do
for
this here,
eating
man.
meat,
Stop.
bro.
Stop. Listen. You're not going to start proliferating. Now, listen. I know other cultures do that. The problem is that there's no justification to do that for you. But more importantly, if we treated people nicely, we gave them gifts, we gave them rewards, and then we ate them, would you think that's okay because it's part of the culture? No. Being a cannibal is not good, right? Just like eating an animal for no reason is not good. There's no difference. There's no morally relevant distinction between those two actions. Unless you can point one out for me. Can you do that? Can you tell me the difference between eating a person and an animal? What's the difference?
Well, a human is a human, and an animal is an animal.
Yeah, what's the difference, morally speaking?
You said that that's not a justification for me, but you don't know what my religion or what my culture
Yeah, so
is.
what justifies torturing these animals to you?
I'm not torturing animals. And you also fail to realize, like I said, that there's plenty of farms and people that treat their animals good.
Okay, great.
Just
So if we
because
treat,
there are a
that's
lot
so
of big
great. So can you
companies that
listen?
slaughter their
Okay,
cows and their
ma'am,
pigs
I
in very
understand.
inhumane ways
I
doesn't mean that it's
understand,
like that for all of the
ma'am.
animals. And you can be a vegan without
Oh
telling.
my God. No, this is your last chance to listen, right? Really put your ears on, okay? I understand that other people do that, but I'm asking you, right? I'm asking you, do you think it's okay to harm an animal? What justifies that? And all you've said was, but my culture does it. What if your culture was a grape culture? Would you think that's okay? No. Just because a culture does something doesn't make it good, right? So we're talking about ethics. How do you know and what justifies harming animals to you?
Bro. Hello?
Yep. How old are you?
30.
Great. What justifies harming animals to you?
Well, my logical answer is it tastes good, but people don't hate you in this chat because you're a
No.
vegan.
No,
They
I
hate
don't
you
care.
because you
I
can't
don't care.
debate.
Okay, no. Okay, great. So you said it tastes good. Okay, let's go by this logic. So you think that just because something tastes good, you get to abuse and kill it. So does that justify me, eating one of your family members because they taste good to me? Would that be okay to you? Would it be okay for me to murder somebody because the way they taste is I like the way they taste? Yes or no?
Oh, he muted me. He mutes everyone. You suck at debating.
Can you please answer?
Let's just get better at debating and then maybe I'll answer. But I'll just interrupt you.
Okay, so can you answer the question now?
That you're an arrogant asshole? Yes.
You're the one
Yes, I
stuffing.
can.
You're the one stuffing animals in gas chambers because you like the way their body tastes.
I've
That's
never done that.
That's arrogance.
How do
Yes,
you know
you
I've
have.
done that? You don't
Because
even
you
know.
pay for it. Because you pay for it. You pay for animals to be slaughtered and killed for you. So what justifies doing this? You said taste. Does that give me the right to kill you for the way you taste? Can I go and murder you because you like the way you taste? Is that okay?
Circle of life.
Really? So you think I can murder people because of the way they taste? That's good?
No, we're the top of the food chain.
Okay, great.
So we're good.
So now you're resorting to we're the top of the food chain, right? So what you're saying is we're the top of the food chain. So I get to eat whatever I want. So can I eat babies? Because we're on the top of the food chain, I get to eat babies.
That is such a dumb argument.
Can you counter it?
Yes,
This
we're
is your
human.
argument. This is your argument. That's why it's dumb.
I never said we can eat babies.
Why not? We're the top of the food chain.
Yeah, we as in humans.
Great. So why can't I eat babies? What's wrong with that? I'm the top of the food chain.
They're also a part of the top of the food chain.
No, they're not. Babies are not the top of the food chain.
They're going to be when they grow up.
They would die without an adult person, right? Adults are at the top.
Because we have reason to not kill our own.
Why not?
It's pretty obvious.
Why not? What's the obvious reasons why you don't want to kill babies?
Because the baby doesn't want to die.
Neither do the animals.
How do you know?
That they run from predators. They scream and cry and run.
Do you have the brain? Do you have the brain of an animal?
No, I don't need a brain of somebody else to know that they feel pain and don't want to die. We can observe their behaviors as they scream in gas chambers. That you
the circle of life.
It's not the circle of life to put animals in factories and exploit their body parts. That's not the circle of life.
Yeah, we can go more ethically about it, but we are the top of the food chain.
That's
we'll never stop eating meat.
Well, we can stop eating meat. That's the problem, right? Just because you don't think you'll never stop doesn't mean we shouldn't. I'm asking you, why ought we continue eating animals? What justifies doing this? And so far, all you said was we're the top of the food chain. Well, that is just justified killing anything, babies, anybody. So what?
Well, if it was you and a lion in the middle of the jungle and you didn't have any weapons, guess what? That lion doesn't give a fuck, so neither do I.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're not killing lions.
I know, I shouldn't waste my time with
innocent pigs by the billions,
I
right?
want you to get better at debating, but you cut people off. That is what...
No, it's just that you can't understand what I'm telling you, right? You kill and slaughter 80 billion animals every year. These are innocent beings. They're not from the wild. They're not attacking you at all. Just because a lion might attack you doesn't mean that you get to destroy all living beings you think. No. There are no good reasons to harm all the billions of pigs and cows that we are harming. There's no good reason for that. So far, you've done nothing to justify this. What justifies harming animals? Being the top of the food chain has no relevance because the top of the food chain doesn't mean that we get to kill babies. or anybody we want to just because we're the top. Might does not equal right. So we're asking you again, what justifies harming animals? Please answer the question directly.
Because the top of the food chain.
Okay,
That
what
is
is okay? Great. So
logical.
let me ask you this. Let me try to ask you this one. What is higher on the food chain, a baby or adult person?
Well, you'd probably eat your other human fellow
No, sir.
humans if you were
Can you answer the
starving.
question? Can you answer the question? What is the top of the food chain, a adult or a baby?
They're equal.
We're equal on the food chain. So a baby is just as capable as me. A baby can eat a lion. A baby can eat a deer, hunt a deer.
No, but it can eat it from
Great.
its other fellow humans.
Right. Exactly. So we're the top because we have to support those babies, right?
We're the
So
top because we have a big brain that can reason and not interrupt people when they're trying to speak.
Exactly. Babies don't have big brains, right? We have larger brains than the babies.
That's not actually necessarily true.
You don't
Brain
think
size doesn't matter.
Wait, so you think adults have smaller or as equal brains as babies?
Physically, yes. I mean, physically, it's equal.
No, that's absolutely false.
That's why babies have big heads, bro.
Adults, no, their brains are not developed yet until the age of like 20.
Not fully developed.
Exactly. That's why we have larger brains. Maybe yours hasn't developed, but the rest of us, we have developed.
Look at him character assassinating
now
like he does all the.
So what justifies slaughtering innocent pigs and cows if they're the same level as babies?
I already told you. We can go back. It's the circle of life.
Okay, great. So you're saying it's a circle of life. It's the Lion King now, right? So
yeah, you always say we're animals, correct?
Correct. But guess what? We're animals with choices.
There we go. And guess what? We're the top of the food chain. So what is your logical answer to that?
That we
if
don't
we're animals,
have to do it.
Hold on. If we're animals, then how come we can't eat meat, Mike?
Because we have choices. The animals don't. We have stores. We can choose to eat what we want. An animal in the wild cannot. We have choices, and with choices comes responsibility and ethics. That's why we have ethics, and a lion doesn't, because we get to choose. That's the difference between us and the wild animals. So what justifies your choice in slaughtering innocent animals in factories? What justifies?
My ethics can be different than yours. That is a lie.
I know. That's why I'm asking you, what justifies it to you?
What do you mean?
What justifies slaughtering animals in factories? What justifies killing animals in factories?
Top of the food chain. Why do you think the lion goes after the weakest, smallest prey?
Do we have to eat animals for it to be part of the circle of life?
I guarantee if we were all vegan,
no. Answer the question. Do we have to eat animals to be part of the circle of life?
Essentially, yes.
Really?
Right
why do we have to eat animals?
Because we can't all go vegan. We destroy the animals.
That's not what I asked you, sir. Why do we have to eat animals?
Because we would destroy ourselves if we didn't.
No. So first of all, vegans, if everybody went vegan, we'd actually save land because most land is being destroyed for meat eaters. But more importantly, you said something peculiar. You said we have to eat animals. Why? What about an animal's body do we have to consume?
The vitamins. Certain vitamins.
Which one?
I think it's B12, iron.
Okay. Those come from tempeh, tofu, nutritional yeast, fortified foods, mushrooms. All the above have B12 and iron.
Okay, why the hell would I eat that when I can eat meat?
Because you're harming animals when you eat those meat products.
But I'm fine with that.
Okay, great.
As long as
so why are you fine with harming animals when you know you don't have to?
Because it's the circle of life. We're just going to keep going back to that.
But
I'm the top of the food chain.
Great. But you don't have to eat the animals to be part of the circle of life, right? So what justifies doing that?
Well, if animals didn't taste so good, then I guess I wouldn't eat them.
Okay, if a person tasted good, would you eat a person?
If I was starving and they were dead,
No, what if you were
probably.
not? What if you were not starving? Right? You just wanted to
Um,
for whatever.
then no, they can reason like me. We're the top
Okay,
of the food chain. Why would I kill my
great.
fellow brother?
So you're saying so you're saying what justifies eating animals is they can't reason?
We are just inherently different. We
What's the
have
difference?
religion.
What's the difference?
We have religion. We have what you call ethics.
Okay. Do babies have ethics, a religion?
They're going to. You probably
What if,
believe in
okay,
abortion too,
what if they're
killing a
mentally
fetus,
what if they're what
even
if
though it
they're
has the potential to be a life.
yeah, so what if there's a mentally handicapped person who has no idea what ethics is, no idea what religion is? Would that justify killing that person?
In the Roman times,
No, today times.
well, I guess that depends on who you're asking. I
See,
personally,
see,
no.
this is the problem, right? This is the problem. You just said no. Now there's a contradiction in your moral framework because in one instance you think it's okay to kill and abuse an animal because they don't have reasoning skills, but then you think it's wrong to kill a person even though they're the same intellectual level. So you have not presented a symmetry breaker between us. You've not shown the difference. What's the distinction? There's no distinction. You've shown so.
Everybody's going to have different ethics.
I know that, but that's why I'm asking you what justifies it, and you can't do it.
I keep telling you.
There's a contradiction in your own framework, and I just pointed out to you. Do you want me to point it out to you again?
Yeah, do it again.
Okay, great. You justified killing a pig because they don't have reasoning skills, but then you said it's wrong to kill a person even though they don't have reasoning skills. There's a contradiction. What's the morally relevant difference?
It's just like the difference between you saving your mother over some random stranger if you had to choose one or the other.
No.
It's the same shit.
Name the trait that the animal has or the animal doesn't have that the human does have that justifies killing the animal. What's the difference on an individual basis?
Explain it again.
What is name the trait, name the characteristic that animals don't have that we do have that justifies killing the animal?
Ethics. You think an animal cares? It just wants
Again, I just presented, that's why I showed you the person who's mentally handicapped that doesn't have ethics.
That is a terrible argument.
That's not a counter.
We're going to take care of our own. That is human nature.
Why?
Because
Why?
we're animals, and that's part of our nature.
So are the other animals. What's your point? We're all
We're more
animals.
intelligent than them, so we can care for our own. Plus,
Great.
it's murder. It's just a part of society right now.
Listen. If there is an animal and a human with the same intelligence level, right? They're the same intelligence. Why do you think it's okay to kill the animal when they're the same intelligence levels?
Define intelligence.
Reasoning skills, ethics, right? All these things you just mentioned, right? Why, if they're the
The
same
animal will
intelligence,
never
why is
have
it
the
okay to
same
kill the animal?
intelligence as a human.
What?
The animal will never have the same intelligence as a human unless you're going to...
Absolutely, they do. Pigs are smarter than toddlers. Did you know that?
Smarter is such a subjective thing to say.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense. That's not a logical thing to
Pigs
say.
can recognize faces, babies can't. Pigs can do all kinds of things that babies can't do intellectually, right? They can understand language, babies can't. So again, what if we know that pigs have higher IQs than even babies and toddlers? What justifies slaughtering those animals if the intelligence is the same?
All right, chat, is that not a stupid question? I'm curious.
I like how you can't answer.
I already did.
Well, your answer didn't actually do anything for you
You're
because
comparing apples to
all you said
oranges.
was they're not as smart as me. But I just pointed out that babies have the same intellect.
As pigs.
Yes.
Dude, it is a way different brain structure. That's why we develop. That's why we develop in such different
intelligence is
ways.
the same. The intelligence is the same. So what's the difference morally?
We're the top of the food chain.
I like how you just regurgitate everything you just think. No,
That's what you keep doing.
being top of the food
You're
chain,
like
does that
delusional.
suddenly justify me killing a baby because I'm the top of the food chain?
It might in some. I could name a random circumstance that it may. If the baby was going to die and you were starving.
If it's just,
No, if we're
if I
gonna
just like
name such
sir,
minute
stop.
circumstances.
If
Go
I'm
ahead.
the top of the food chain, right? I'm a big human, the top of the food chain. Does that justify me killing anything I want?
Not a human.
Why not? Why not a human?
Because
But
we have a societal agreement.
Why not a baby? Why not a human person?
Oh my God! Do you want to kill babies or something? Like,
No,
what is up
you
with you
do.
killing a
You
baby?
do. Apparently, you do because you think that you get to kill things that don't have as much intelligence as you.
I have never said that. What kind of logic is that?
So then, what justifies killing pigs that have less intelligence than you?
Wait, do you believe in abortion? Because if you do, then that's killing
Oh,
babies.
I like how you're pivoting. Can you answer the
That's
question?
not pivoting. I'm saying you like killing babies.
No, I don't, jackass. Can you answer the question before I kick you? You're being
Just kick
dishonest.
me, bro. You interrupt people. Just be a better debater and let people talk. I'm glad you let me talk this
You
long.
haven't answered any one of my questions today. You can't
Oh my
debate.
God, you're delusional. It's
Why?
hilarious.
Show me. Where am I delusional?
I answered all of your questions.
Great. Then answer this one too. What is the morally relevant difference between a pig and a baby that justifies killing the pig but not the baby? What's the morally relevant difference?
Moral. I think you just wouldn't kill a baby.
Exactly. For the same exact reasons, I wouldn't kill a pig. They're the same reasons. Babies are they're sentient. They don't want to die. Pigs are sentient. They don't want to die either. There's no morally relevant difference. That's why you're stuck, because there is no difference. That
There's a pretty big difference.
Animals, we don't have to kill the other animals. It's not required.
Okay, well, let me give you an analogy then. If I run over a dog by accident, how come it's not murder compared to if I run over a human?
Because murder is a legal term, right?
Manslaughter, I should say.
Yeah, that's just illegal. That's just semantics, right? We're talking about ethics.
Yeah, but explain to me why that is. And do you agree with that?
I think it's wrong to harm an animal if you don't have to, period.
No, I'm saying if I accidentally hit a dog driving compared to a human, should I be punished just as much for hitting that dog as a human if they both died? Two different circumstances.
If it was an accident, no.
Okay, let's say we were drinking. If I hit a dog, should I go to jail for manslaughter?
Well, no. That's a legal issue. I think that there should be differences, of course. I think
so. There is a difference.
Obviously, more valuable
between the dog and the human.
You're talking about legality. I'm talking about morality, right?
Legality comes from morality, bro.
No, it doesn't. Like, okay, there are things that are legal. There are things that are legal.
What do you think laws are made from?
They're made from facts of reality, right? Ethics is not about just facts. It's about empathy, right?
No, answer my question. Do you think I should get the same punishment?
No.
Accidentally
I'm answering. I said no, and the reason, but that's an irrelevant issue.
That is not irrelevant. You just explained that humans have more value than a dog.
Yeah, but I have more value than you to me, but I don't murder you. That is, see, just because I perceive myself as more valuable doesn't give me the right to morally right to kill you or murder you.
That was a poor argument. You literally just put value over humans, like I will a baby over a pig.
Yeah, see, you're very ignorant here because you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. You're describing legal issues. I'm describing ethical issues, right? There's a difference there.
And I literally just explained a circumstance.
And the difference is that in ethics, ethics are contain things like empathy, emotion, all these things. Legality refers to societal norms, and there's a difference between those two things. Some things that are legal are not moral, and some things that are moral are not legal.
But they tie into each other.
They're connected in some ways, but they're not equivalent, and that's what you're trying to do. This is a false equivalency here.
Okay, I'll let somebody else talk. But like I said, circle of life, you put value.
Thanks for not answering any of my questions and pivoting. Thank you. Nice try.
Bro, First of all, you fucking got destroyed in that last argument.
Great. So what destroyed me?
Well, the fact that you just said that a dog and a human for killing them should not get the same sentence, but then you say that
Yeah,
pigs
see, that's
and
see that's legality, right?
no, I can't even
Just like
speak.
I
Like,
think
you don't let
so.
you
For
don't let your
example,
people speak.
let me respond because you're making a dumb statement, right? So when it comes to value, when it comes to legality, right?
Yeah.
What we're talking about are things when it relative to society, societal norms, right? How we behave in society. We're not talking about ethics, how we behave when it comes to other people on an emotional level. There's a difference there. There are some things that are legal that I don't think should be don't think are moral, like eating animals. It's not legal to me, but I think it's immoral. And there are things that are legal that I think are I think that there are things that are moral that I think are that are illegal. The point is that there's differences between the two. You can't; they're not equivalent.
Is this a one-sided
Now,
debate?
when it comes to
Yeah.
value, I value myself more than you, but that doesn't justify me murdering you, right?
That was your last argument.
Value is irrelevant. What we're talking about here is ethics. We're talking about, hey, what morally justifies killing an animal and slaughtering an animal? Can you do that?
I have a question for you.
No. You're going to answer the question.
I lost
Can you justify eating animals for us?
Yeah, so we've been doing it for centuries. We've been eating meat.
Okay.
Animals don't know know what is even happening.
Okay, great. So let's use this for slavery. We'd been doing slavery for centuries. Does that justify owning slaves?
No.
Great. So then your justification for doing something because we did it for a long time is not a good justification, right? Just because we did something for a long time doesn't make it okay. So why do you think it's okay to kill and slaughter animals if we don't have to?
For food, because we have to. For protein.
Why do we have to eat animals?
Because it's protein, it's good nutrients.
There's proteins and nutrients in plant-based foods.
Well,
Tofu,
aren't plants alive? Why? What's the difference between plants and animals?
Plants are not sentient. Animals are.
Okay, well, there's not the same amount of nutrients and iron and magnesium and all that kind of stuff inside of
Sure
plants.
there are. Sure there are. Plenty of grains, oats, beans have lots of iron in them, and greens like spinach and kale all have iron in them. Lettuces, things like that. There's also tofu. It's full of iron. There's all kinds of soy, things like that.
Where's your protein?
What does my protein come from? Beans.
You're not going to get the same amount of. You're not going to get the same amount of
protein. And lots of pastas, rices.
Dude, there's like no protein in rice and pasta.
Well, there's plenty. There's literally like 10 grams of protein in penne and vegan penne.
What's the serving? Because you have 4 ounces of chicken, you get 26 grams of protein. Versus
you can get that same amount of protein from like half a cup of lentils or like a cup of lentils and pasta.
No, you cannot, bro.
Yes, you can. Yeah, I can get a cup. I can eat it. So I can eat a cup of lentils.
Shut up. I have a question for you.
I can eat a cup of lentils and a pasta and have a meal that has 25, 30 grams of protein in one meal. That's one meal, 30 grams of protein. And if you're really scared about protein, you have a protein phobia, you can get protein shakes. And as a vegan, get plenty of protein you need. There's vegan bodybuilders. Okay? So please answer the question. And again, the question is, what justifies slaughtering animals? What justifies that? Go.
You just muted my mic in a debate.
Because you were pivoting, right? What
Dude,
justifies slaughtering animals?
You speak over everyone. You're like trying to be a dictator here.
No, what justifies eating animals like you do?
I said 2 things. I answered my question. I answered your question twice. So now answer my question.
No, I countered that.
Dude,
where's your counter? Where's your counter?
I said for protein because I believe in many other beliefs.
Okay, great. So do you concede that lentils and all the things I mentioned have plenty of protein?
Not plenty.
Okay, what's plenty to you?
About 1.1 to 1.5 grams per body weight.
We can get that from lentils and pasta.
At what amount of calories?
Less calories than your meat.
Not even, dude.
Less fat in them.
No, dude, because guess what? Starch and all that
I literally just told you this. You weren't listening, right? I just told you that you can get a cup of lentils and pasta for dinner, and that's 30 grams of protein right there.
At what calories? Because you can get 30 for 100 calories from a chicken.
Same similar calories to meat, and probably a little bit less because there's less fat. But the point is, you can still get plenty of protein.
I promise you, bro, you cannot get 100 calories of pasta
That's
for
not
30
that. Trust me, bro, is not a good argument, right? Where's your data on that? Where's your data that you can't get protein as a vegan?
Okay, so a vegetarian and a vegan jump
No,
off
no,
of a
no, no.
bridge.
Where's your data that demonstrates vegans cannot get sufficient protein?
Because look at vegans. Have you ever seen a vegan person that's big and
Yes.
fit?
Nima Delgado, Torres Washington, Patrick Gamoman, all of them are bodybuilders, and one of them has broken world records.
But what's the difference between them and a actual bodybuilder who eats meat? The significance
They're
is
just as
big.
strong,
No,
if
they're
not
not.
stronger.
No,
You
they're
don't
not.
have to eat meat to get muscles. You can literally just eat vegan foods.
You need protein to get muscles.
What?
You need protein to get muscles, and at what
Yeah,
cost?
there's adequate protein in plant-based foods. I've just told you this 1,000 times.
Not the same amount of protein.
Okay,
Your
great.
body
Go look up how much protein a cup of lentils has. It's 19 grams. 19 grams of protein in 1 cup of lentils.
And how many calories are in that cup?
Add pasta to that, like the penny pasta I had for dinner, which has like 8 grams per serving. That's 27 grams of protein in 1 meal.
Okay, let's just say you're trying to lose weight.
That's
okay?
enough. That's 1 meal. We have that twice a day, 2 meals. That's 56 grams of protein.
Okay, let's just say this. Okay, so I had to eat 800 calories for a show. I had to eat 800 calories for a show, and I'm not going to get 200 grams of protein with 800 calories unless I'm eating meat.
I never said that. When did I ever say you can only get 200 grams from 800 calories? That's ridiculous. You mean 8,000 calories?
But no, that happened though because I was eating meat.
Okay, you can still get protein shakes. You can still get lentils and get plenty of protein. And
Okay, but
no, you don't
it's
have
artificial.
no. You did not get 200 grams of protein and 800 calories of meat.
I promise you I did. I promise you I did. Look
Okay,
at me.
great. So
Look at the little
what
profile
source
picture.
of protein was that?
Tilapia.
Tilapia has 200 grams per 800 calories.
No, dude, you eat 1 ounce of tilapia, it's 90 calories for 30 grams of protein.
1 ounce of tilapia has 30 grams of protein?
No, I didn't say 1 ounce. I meant 1 fillet.
1 fillet, how many calories is that?
90.
90 calories. So 90 calories has 30 grams of protein?
About 29 to 30.
29? Okay, great. Now look up lentils, right? A cup of lentils has, I believe it has about the same amount of calories and about 20 grams of protein.
There's no shot. Because guess what? Everyone would be eating lentils.
Yes, there is a shot.
I've never even heard of lentils, and I'm a nutritionist.
Yeah, that's because you don't understand anything about nutrition. Like you said.
What are you talking about? Are you a nutritionist?
No, but I know more than you, obviously, because you don't even know what lentils are.
No,
you don't even know what lentils are.
Obviously you don't, because you're a fucking vegan. You're a fucking vegan, dude. Obviously you don't know more than me because we've been eating meat for fucking centuries.
One cup of lentils has 230 calories of 1 cup.
What?
What? 1 cup of
dude, you're a
lentils
horrible
has
debater, bro.
230 calories. 1 cup.
Okay.
Okay, that's more calories than your fucking fish that you slaughtered.
Wait, how many calories?
230.
For 1 cup.
Yeah. Now, can you justify slaughtering animals now? Because you seem to not know anything about nutrition.
Bro, what do you
Go
look
ahead,
at me? What are you talking about?
demonstrate to me that you get to kill and slaughter animals just because of no reason. Go, do it.
Okay, justify I can eat and slaughter animals, first of all, because I need the food and the nutrients, like I said every other fucking time.
You can get all the same protein. There are vegan bodybuilders out there who are bigger than you.
I feel different. I tried vegan for a week and I felt like shit.
Facts don't care about your fucking feelings, right? There are vegan bodybuilders who can outlift you any day of the fucking week.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I do. I do think so. So what justifies slaughtering animals? Why do you slaughter animals?
Mike, you're an idiot because you have no idea who I am, so you have no idea how much I
Oh, yeah. Nice ad hominem, but you have not answered the question yet. What justifies killing animals? I debunked your nonsense that you cannot get protein from plants.
Going back to your last argument, man.
Oh, yeah, you're going to pivot again?
No, I'm just going to say because I was watching.
Can you fucking answer the question? You're being very dishonest. Very dishonest.
Dude, shut up. You're a vegan.
Yeah, I don't slaughter animals like you do. You slaughter animals. You
just
stuff animals in gas chambers. That's not nice.
No, I don't. I don't. I just eat your leftovers.
Stop. Yes, you do. You pay for it.
I just eat. Yeah, more for me.
Yeah, you pay for it. You pay for them to be slaughtered. You're causing it.
It feels good.
Well, not to the animals that you slaughter, right? It feels good it might. That's like what a rapist would say to their rape victim. It felt good. It's still wrong, jackass.
Grape. You couldn't
Yeah,
say it.
that's what you are. What you're doing is you're justifying things because you feel good. That's pathetic. That's not
Well,
ethics.
you literally said that a baby and a pig are the same intelligence.
Yes. In fact, pigs have more intelligence than babies
Then how come they don't develop like us?
because not everything's going to develop like us, jackass.
What kind of counter is
We're
that?
different species. But the point is that the intelligence level is the same when it comes to an individual pig and an individual baby or toddler. And that means that if your only reason for killing animals is the intelligence levels, and if they're the same, you have no justification for killing the pig at all.
You're
You have
talking
not
about a
presented
full-grown.
any justification.
You're talking about a full-grown pig and a baby who's been out of the womb for a
Yeah.
year.
What justifies killing the pig if they're the same intelligence?
They're not.
Yes, they are. Pigs are smarter than babies and toddlers.
How? In what way?
They can recognize faces. They can recognize language. They have social IQ higher than any baby. They can be trained better than dogs. They learn way faster than dogs and babies.
We're not, dude. They don't, because guess what?
They do.
Because look how we developed. You were a baby. I was a baby. Everyone in this chat was a baby. We're all
Yeah,
smarter than
I'm not
pigs.
saying that. Of course, we are more smarter than pigs, but the point is, on an individual level, a baby and a pig are the same, if not, a pig is smarter.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Screenshotting me or something? Can you
No.
give the fucking argument now?
Okay, so a vegetarian and a vegan jump off of a bridge, and they both see who gets to the bottom
All right,
first.
next. This guy
Who
has no idea what to even say. Next. No justification for killing animals has been presented today. Zero.
Hey, you listening?
Mm-hmm.
So, you're Mike, right?
Yeah, can you justify eating animals now?
Listen, I wanna say something. You, on your profile, you don't believe.
Keep tapping, guys. Keep tapping. Subscribe to the YouTube. Link in bio for my
Yeah.
YouTube.
Hello.
Hey, what do you got?
Hey. So I heard you talk about morality a lot, and I'm just curious here. So you mentioned a lot about science, right? And I know there's a lot you talk about science. What is your justification for neuroscience and how they kill animals or experiment them? What's your justification for that?
I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong.
You think it's wrong?
I
Okay.
think
So would you say? Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think it's wrong to study on animals. Now, of course, there are some instances where I think it's justified. For example, if they are developing a cure to cancer that can save billions of people, I think that's a justification. But for things that we don't need to test them on, the things that were useless, I think we should not do. But are you driving?
I am. I know. Okay. Yeah. I figured the TikTok violation, right?
You guys are so quick to attack me, but you're never quick to give a good argument. I understand your perspective. I understand I'm the bad guy here, but just think, use your brain, recognize you have no reason to kill animals.
Hello.
Hey, what do you got?
Hey. So I'm a vet tech, so I work with animals, so I save babies' lives. But I do eat meat. I just wanted to know why, I don't understand the veganism thing. I know there are some people that can't eat meat. They can't digest it properly. But I feel like we were born with canine teeth for a reason. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
canines don't mean we have to eat animals, number one. Number two, gorillas have larger canines than we do, right? Canines don't mean you have to eat meat. More importantly, there's no reason for us to eat animals, whether or not we have canines. There's no reason.
Okay, so we can get all of our protein and everything from plants.
Correct.
Okay. Can you explain to people what we can get protein from plants?
Lentils, tofu, tempeh, beans, navy beans, kidney beans, greens, beans, all the above.
Okay. And then, of course,
do you have a justification for killing animals like you do? Why do you harm animals and abuse them?
I personally don't. But
Okay,
I
well,
do.
Do you eat meat?
I do, but I do.
Paying. So when you eat meat, you're paying for somebody to slaughter an animal for you, right? So you're harming animals in cages. You're stuffing animals in gas chambers, right? And that's great that you're a vet, but how can you be a vet and say you love animals and then slaughter them?
Because my cat is a carnivore. Dogs
We're
are
not
actually
talking about your cat,
omnivores.
man. We're talking about you, right? What justifies
Right.
slaughtering animals for you?
There are humane ways of quote unquote slaughtering animals.
Oh, really?
I don't.
What's a humane way of slaughtering someone who doesn't have to die? Can you explain? Can you
Someone
elaborate?
or an animal. Now I feel like we're getting onto people. Someone.
Animals, wait, do you reject the fact that animals have personalities and personality traits and
Oh no,
characteristics?
yes they do. Yes they do.
Individuality and sentience, all the above? Okay, great. Then there's someone. They're not objects.
Correct. But I feel like they were put on this planet for our bodies to consume.
Ma'am, you're a veterinarian. You pretend to save animals. Obviously, you think animals should be saved. You love dogs, right? So why do you hate pigs and cows? Why do you want to kill them?
I don't eat
How
dogs.
can you love? You call them fur babies. You just call them fur
They
babies.
are. They are.
So how could you not see that pigs and cows are equally as precious, equally as valuable?
They are. I agree.
Great.
I
So
agree.
then what justifies slaughtering these poor animals that don't have to die?
What justifies it? I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't really know. I just know that at one point in time, they're a great source of protein. They're a great source of iron.
Right, but
We've eaten
in
meat
today's
most of our
world, we don't.
lives.
But in today's world, we don't have to eat them anymore, right? It's not required. We can be
Right. So
perfectly
now
fine as vegan.
we're gonna put synthetic stuff in our bodies so we don't have to eat meat.
Well, number one, you don't have to eat synthetics to be a vegan. There are vegans who eat for whole food, plant-based, like I do most of the time. But most stuff you eat already, meat products, have synthetics in them. There's lots of synthetics in meat products, but the point is that we're talking about ethics, and ethically speaking, we have no good reason to kill animals at all. You don't have to.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the way meat tastes, so maybe that's my problem. But
It's not. Well, the only problem is that I like the way meat tastes too, but the problem is that there's a victim here, right? There's an animal that's suffering and dying because you like the way they taste and you act on that. That's the problem, right? I don't let my taste buds dictate my ethics. I don't want to harm an animal no matter how they taste, just like I don't want to harm a person no matter how they taste.
ew. Well, I do know there are humane ways of with meat production. There are a lot that I do not agree
Like what?
with.
What's
I
the
will
humane
tell you
way?
that.
Give me one example of a humane way.
Like we did back in the day. I will let you know, my grandmother, I actually saw her kill a chicken for dinner. And it was literally 2 seconds. The chicken didn't know what happened.
Okay, great. How did she humanely kill that chicken?
I don't want to be like rude on TikTok, to be honest with you, but it had to do involving with the chicken's neck. So, yes, exactly. A quick death.
So she snapped the neck?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that humane to you to snap somebody's neck open?
I mean, if that's the quickest way to do it, yes. I don't feel like they should be tortured. No.
So you think that do I get to just snap somebody's neck? Would that be humane for me to go up to somebody and just snap their neck open?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, to be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're pulling this into people, which like the other guy said, we were top of the food chain. To an extent, like I'm not trying to go play out with lions because you know what? A lion's gonna eat me.
Ma'am.
So
Okay. Do you think it's okay for me to snap somebody's neck open?
that's on you.
All right, I can't. See, at some point, people reach cognitive dissonance, and they just don't want to be wrong, and they're just like, oh, meat, right? I understand the dynamics here, but it's pretty sad when you recognize that when people reach this level, their logic goes away, disappears. Very sad to see. There is no justification for harming animals. There's no justification. Okay. Hey, what do you got?
Hold on 1 second. I would probably say because like some vegan products are a little more expensive, so not everyone could afford that.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 18. I was born in 2005.
Okay. I agree that there are some products that are expensive, but as a vegan, you don't have to eat those products, right? You're not obligated to eat the most expensive products. You can eat rices, beans, pastas, all are cheap. In fact, you can save money as a vegan. There are many ways to budget your diet such that it's affordable for everybody. In fact, research shows that most people that are vegan are actually not rich at all. In fact, some of them are in poverty, right? The point is that you don't have to be rich to be vegan. That's a nonsense argument.
Okay, so what if someone is like relatively low on iron, and it's probably best for them to eat like more meat because meat has a ton of iron? What would you say to that?
No, there's plenty of iron in things like tofu and beans and rices and spinach and greens. All the above have iron, plenty of iron.
Okay, what if an animal just like naturally died? Would you be okay with eating that animal?
No, because I would ask myself, if I died naturally, would I want somebody to eat my body? No, right? I want to treat others the way I want to be treated. Same with the animals. I don't want to harm the animals. I don't want to eat their body parts if I don't have to.
Okay, what about just like maybe, yeah, we don't have to eat meat anymore, but like that's what people did like a long time ago. So
Yeah.
like
They also had slaves. That doesn't make it okay today.
that's like very different. I feel like you can't compare slaves to food. That's a little bit of a stretch.
When you stuff animals in cages, first of all, I'm not making that comparison, by the way. But what I'm saying is there is a similarity here because you're making that same justification. You said it's justified to do it because we did it in the past. And I showed you that just because we did something in the past doesn't make it okay. I'm not comparing slavery and animal agriculture the same necessarily, but I could if I really wanted to. We could because we're 80 billion animals every year get stuffed in cages where they can't move, they can't go outside, they sit in their own feces, their own shit, their own piss. They develop infections, they become anxious in there. We treat animals like trash, like objects, like the ancients did with the slaves. And that's why we can make a comparison. And it's still wrong, and you still have not justified eating animals.
I mean, I would still say that's like I don't know how you could compare like forcing people to work against their will, like humans with like brains that can
force
comprehend
animals.
that.
Man, you're not understanding the situation here. We force animals to become impregnated. We force them to work for our benefit. We take their body parts. We force them to be stuffed in cages. We force them to do things, be impregnated, to give milk for us. We are forcing animals to do many things.
But you think getting milk from animals is wrong?
Yeah. Do you think it's okay for me to go up to some woman, and just take her breast milk from her?
Well, like you have to get rid of the breast milk in some way or another. It can't just sit in there. That you can get like infections.
Who put them in it? Yeah, because guess what? We put them in that situation in the first place. We put these poor cows in that situation in the first place. We didn't have to. That's why I'm against. I'm against making these animals reliant on us. You are, for some reason, for making these animals reliant on us, and in the process, making their lives miserable. Why? Why do you want to harm so many animals? Why do you want to torture them?
I personally am not torturing an animal.
Okay,
But
have you ever eaten meat before?
yes, but was I the person who
Did you buy it?
killed the animal? No, I did not. I
But
would
you
personally never
paid
kill
for
an
it.
animal.
But you paid for that animal to die.
I didn't pay for it. My parents did.
Okay, your parents paid for that slaughter. The same.
Well, that doesn't have
The
anything to do
point
with
is
me.
that slaughter is happening, and somebody's paying for it.
Well, I guess like if okay, so you're vegan, obviously. If you don't eat meat, does that stop animals from being killed? No.
Absolutely, it stops animals from dying. Vegans, on average, one person can save hundreds of animals per year, and if everybody went vegan, we'd actually save 80 billion animals per year. Absolutely, we're saving animals.
But I
You
would
want to
say the
kill?
same amount of meat is being produced whether you eat it or not. Not
No.
being like, oh,
The
one
only
person isn't vegan, let's
See,
not kill one animal. They're
you're
still
not
going to
old
be
enough yet.
killing.
See, you're not old enough yet, but when you understand economics, there's something called supply and demand. The more you demand these meat products, you're demanding more animals to be slaughtered for you in
I mean,
factories.
I've been in economics class. I know what that means, but I'm just saying, like, one
Great.
person,
Yeah, one person makes a difference. One person makes a big difference, let alone the rest of society.
but how would the people killing meat know that one person isn't eating meat and to kill one less animal? They're not going to know that.
That's why I'm here, to educate them.
But I know, but I'm just saying in this instance, if one person doesn't eat meat, that's not going to affect an animal necessarily.
It is. Yes, it directly harms that animal. And if you eat enough products, right, you're killing hundreds of animals per year. Right? You're causing a lot of harm because it's not just the animal's life that you're causing. You're also impacting the environment. You're also impacting the subsequent dairy babies that come after it, right? The calves. You're affecting the chicks that we grind in factories because we produce eggs, so many eggs that we have so many chicks that we have to grind them up. We do a lot of damage that you don't see. And you don't see it because the factory farm doors are closed. They don't want you to see what happens inside of it because they know it's wrong. That's why they're hidden from us. But I'm here to expose the fact. I'm here to open those doors to make you go, wait a minute. Look at what we're doing to these poor animals. Let's stop doing this. There's no need.
Well, aren't there technically like documentaries that show what happens to animals? So I guess not all of it is like secret.
99% of animals that you consume are factory farmed. And factory farms are very secret. They
I
don't
know, but
show
I'm
you
saying
much
there
about it.
are documentaries that like show it. It's not like
Yeah, and
there's
because
no.
those are vegan activists who go into them, who defy the law to get into them. See, that's the point. It's illegal to go inside of them. That's why vegan activists have to sneak in there and take footage.
But you still can't say you can't see what's going on because you can if you watch those like documentaries.
I'm at the average person, man. The average person doesn't know what's happening there, right? Most people don't understand what happens. I didn't know what happened before I became vegan. I was clueless, but then I learned and I changed. And that's all I hope for you guys, that you guys change based on new information.
Okay, and then my last question is like eggs. Do you eat eggs?
No. Eggs are torturous for animals, especially hens. We have to produce so many eggs for these poor hens. Their bodies become deficient. They lay so many eggs, their bodies become deficient. Their bones break. And it's terrible. And also, a lot of the male chicks that are produced in the process, the farmers have no use for them. So they grind them up alive. Literally, they get grinded alive. It's disgusting. And this is a common practice. This isn't just one factory. This is a common practice across the board because chickens are not they're seen as objects. And that's what I'm trying to change. Chickens, pigs, cows are very intelligent, sentient, amazing, beautiful, precious animals. They don't have to die. Their lives are valuable just as ours are.
If you like raised a chicken, like if you had a chicken in your backyard as like a pet, would you eat their eggs knowing that it was taken from them like ethically?
I don't know if there's a way to ethically steal somebody's body parts from them when you don't have to. I wouldn't take somebody's egg if I don't have to take it. But I agree that there are gray areas and there's degrees of abuse and harm that you're causing. But do you have an argument or should I just kick you out?
Well, I would just say, like, I don't think the chickens are going to be affected by their eggs being taken away from them. Like, I don't think.
Right. I understand that there's a gray area when it comes to backyard hens and things like that. Personally, the way I look at it is this. I wouldn't want my body parts stolen from me, so I don't do it to others. It's that simple. Everybody's different. But the main general idea is that we shouldn't harm animals that we don't have to harm, especially when it's in factories. Okay?
Yeah, I agree in factories. Yeah, that could be pretty cruel, but I'm just talking about, like, if you.
All right. Let's get the next victim. Guest in here. Nope, these are polyester. These are not. This is not wool or anything like that. But nice try. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Am
What do
I
you got?
on? Can you hear me? Anyways, I was just gonna say I appreciate you. I see you have a really good opinion and you're very well thought out. That's great. But I was just gonna touch on what the earlier girl was talking about regarding, backyard hens. Do you see there's any way to be a meat eater without? I hate the way we produce meat. I completely agree with you.
No,
That's
the only solution is to go vegan. That's the only
Right.
plausible solution for me.
So that's the only way to
I'm not gonna negotiate with this, right?
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to
I
harm animals.
appreciate
What
that.
justifies harming animals too?
Okay. So then when you plant and you take a field and you plant a whole bunch of vegetables, are you not taking out a bunch of animals and uprooting all of their homes and killing a million insects and doing all that? Is there not damage done to?
So as vegans, we recognize that there's going to be some animal deaths when it comes to crop fields. But the problem is that vegans are causing way less crop deaths. Meat eaters are causing way more, right? As vegans, we want to minimize cruelty. And that's what we're doing. Meat eaters are maximizing cruelty by killing way more crop fields and killing way more animals.
That's fair.
And there's
So
studies,
let's
and there's
just-
studies that show that in crop fields for plant-based agriculture, only about 2 animals die for every 5 acres. So, yeah.
So let's-
and plus, and one more thing, sorry.
No, that's all right.
Vegans don't intend to kill those animals in crop fields. That's just a biological necessity. It's a farmer protecting their crops. If they don't protect their crops, if those animals don't die and eat the crops, we don't get to eat, right? So we consider it a justification because we have to eat something.
Right. So now say everyone becomes vegan. Do you think that would outweigh the amount of how many crops do we need? We'd have to
Way less. So the great thing about veganism is that we would actually need less land to sufficiently feed everybody on the planet. In fact, studies have been done on this by Oxford. I think it's called reducing foods environmental impact through producers and consumers. And it demonstrates that if everybody went vegan, we would actually reduce the amount of land we need by 70%. Because animal agriculture is so intensive when it comes to resources that veganism is way better for the environment.
And why is it reduce? Why does it reduce the amount of crops?
Good question. The reason why is because animals eat about 6 times more food per their human counterpart, right? So we have to grow. In fact, 75% of all crops in the world we grow are fed to the animals, not us, to the animals. That's why if we stopped farming the animals, we would have more food for us. We'd have more land, less carbon emissions, a win-win for everybody.
How long have you been a vegan?
Almost 6 years.
Okay. And so you were a meat eater before that, and was it hard to transition? Like, was it?
Nope, took me overnight.
Overnight, okay. So what did you transition to? Just basically
I didn't transition. I didn't morph into a Power Ranger.
No,
I just stopped eating animal products. I said, hey, I don't want to harm animals. I stopped doing it. It's that simple. It shouldn't be this fucking hard. It's simple.
No, I've done that. I've done it actually because I did, watch some videos and then I always go vegan for the next 6 weeks or whatever. But then, then you just kind of give up. But I understand
so do
that.
you have an argument for us today, or
what's that? Pardon me?
Well, thanks for being here. Let's get the next guest.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I just find it really interesting because I've had many conversations with doctors about this, and they all agree to me that it is more healthy and beneficial to me if I am getting vitamins and nutrients that come from meat. And I agree, I don't like the way that they slaughter animals in big slaughterhouses and anything like that. But I purchase meat from local farmers that don't have to.
So I understand your situation. I understand that doctors say this, but doctors, I would take a look at nutritionists. Typically, they have more knowledge about nutrition specifically. Doctors don't really get nutritional advice or education when it comes to medical school. I would talk to a nutritionist because, as far as I can see, there's no vitamin or nutrient that we need to get from meat. Iron, B12, all those we can get from vegan products. So to me, it's like many studies, and it's not just me saying this, but there's plenty of studies that show vegans can be healthy. In fact, this is the position of the Academy of Dietetics and Nutrition, a study of thousands of doctors and nutritionists around the world who agree that vegan diets are well planned, are suitable for all stages of life. So to me, there's no need to eat animal products. I would go take advice from another nutritionist, see what they say. But I understand your position. Yeah.
Okay. I just think it's really interesting because, I don't agree with like slaughtering animals in mass numbers and the way that they're treated and everything. But I think, if an animal is treated really well throughout their whole life and they have a long life and they get to live their best life on a nice farm, and then they don't feel the pain when they're killed, I don't see
But
the issue
unfortunately,
in like eating them
unfortunately, that doesn't happen all. In fact, most of the time that never happens. 99% of the time, they're not raised nicely. But more importantly, 100% of the time, they die for no good reason. There's no good reason, I think, to kill any animal for food. So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, what do you got?
Never mind, I forgot.
That's what happens when you eat meat, you forget.
Hello?
How old are you?
19.
All right, what do you got?
So, you're saying you don't want to harm animals, right? You don't want to harm animals, so harming them is eating them, right? But the animals are already dead. They've been harmed, so what's bad about eating them?
Because who has to kill them for them to be dead? Farmers, right? So they have to be killed first for you to eat them, and we have to breed them into existence to kill them. It's not like that we just find them. It's not like we just find animals dead on the ground. We go pick them up and bring them to the. No, we are breeding these animals into existence so that we get to slaughter them every day, right? The problem is you're demanding these animals to be bred into existence and killed for you for no reason.
So, what's your opinion on hunting?
Wrong.
But that's not going to breed them to kill them.
You're still killing them for no good reason.
For food?
Yeah, but you can get vegan food without harming the animal.
What about more protein, nutrients?
There's plenty of protein in lentils, tofus, plenty of protein.
Okay. So you said you were also you weren't vegan since you were born, right?
Yeah. Do you have a justification for killing animals?
Circle of life.
Okay. Do we have to eat animals to be part of the circle of life?
It's how we were born, and it was in our DNA.
No, it's not. There's nothing about your DNA that says you have to kill animals. There's no such gene that
of
says
course
you have
not. But we are creatures, right? You see all these like animals going after each other, killing each other, eating them.
Yeah, but we have choices. We have stores, right? We don't have to kill the animals. Whether or not we're part of the food chain, we don't have to kill them.
But a lot of people do kill them to provide.
Doesn't make it. A lot of people grape. It doesn't make it okay.
Wait, sorry, say that again. I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you said. Could you?
Just because lots of people do something doesn't make it okay.
Well, obviously, people go out. They have to provide for the family, right? Let's say you're living
Yeah, you
out,
can provide for the family as a vegan.
but you also have to buy things, right?
Yeah. You don't have to kill animals though.
But some people find it cheaper to go out hunting, provide food for the family, other than go to a grocery store.
So you think it's cheaper to buy a gun and bullets and ammo and then go out there with the gear and hunt the deer for hours instead of just going to the store and buying pasta and beans and rice?
Yeah.
For a dollar?
Not just that. Would you rather get animal that was tortured and killed in a factory, or would you want to do it yourself? And
I would want to go vegan and not do any of that. See, you're so focused on this hunting thing because it's how you were raised. But unfortunately, what you're doing is you're intentionally harming an animal for no reason. You don't have to kill an animal. You don't have to do it.
but a lot of people do because it's their beliefs.
I know,
If you wanna
but
say that.
I'm trying to show you that there's no reason, there's no ethical justification for it. Do you have one?
Justification to hunt and kill animals for
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
What is it?
So you could get food, not tortured animals.
I can't talk to somebody who doesn't know what logic is. Yeah, you can get vegan food. So I feel like we're going in circles. Everybody, please click the link in my bio for my YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube.
Hi,
How old are you?
18. I was born in 2005, June 16th.
Okay. What do you got?
So you did bring up how a rifle and bullets were more expensive than vegetables.
Yeah.
And actually, if you were to buy bullets, a rifle, you only need to buy a rifle once, and then bullets, you need to buy them like every other month, depending on how much you spend and hunt. But vegetables, you have to go grocery shopping, depending on how much you have to eat.
Once a month, every couple weeks. Yeah. Okay.
Well, honestly, I feel like vegetables would probably be more expensive, but also, a vegetable has more vitamin A and RAE, but meat is higher in vitamin B1, vitamin B6, vitamin B3, vitamin B12, and vitamin B2.
No, that's nonsense. There's plenty of fruits that have those B vitamins. Fruits are packed with those things. Greens packed with vitamin Bs. Beans. Everything you're saying is nonsense.
Meat covers your daily B1 needs 73% more than vegetables.
Yeah, fruit also covers all your daily needs.
Okay, so no, like
No?
vegan people,
Okay,
like,
that's not an argument, right? That's not really a good argument.
yeah, okay, but like vegan people are like so much skinnier than people who eat meat, and people who eat meat are just a lot more bulkier than people who eat vegetables. They just don't have.
People who eat meat also have higher rates of heart disease and cancer. Like, just because you're fatter doesn't mean you're healthier. And there are vegan people that are unhealthy. There are vegan people that are unhealthy. I'm not saying that every vegan's healthy, but the point is that you can still be a vegan and still be healthy. You don't have to be skinny as a vegan. There's no law that says that.
You can still eat meat and be healthy though.
Right, but you can't eat meat and not kill animals. That's the problem, right? So what justifies killing and eating animals?
What do you mean? What justifies it? Like, what do you mean by that?
Why do you think you get to do it?
Well, if we didn't kill animals, they're gonna overpopulate.
No, in fact, it's the opposite. You're the one causing animals to overpopulate by breeding them into factories, right? See, we don't take these animals. Yeah, but we don't take them from the wild, right? We are breeding them into existence in factories such that we breed 80 billion animals per year. That's 10 times the amount of people every year we breed into existence. It is not okay to continue doing this. We don't have to. We can stop eating all those animals and go vegan.
Also, you brought up how farm animals don't live a good life. Well, not on the web. It says farm animals thrive or do well in confident or domestic environments. Farm animals are often raised or kept in a confined or fenced environment. Despite this, they still do grow well in this particular area or environment.
Yeah, that's cute to say, but as a farmer, but the statistics disagree, right? We have the USDA, which shows that most, if not all, pigs in factory farms are factory farmed. Most cows, about 70% of cows are factory farmed. 99% of pigs and chickens are factory farmed,
I didn't say factory
which they
farm though. I
sit
said
in their
farm.
yeah. Most animals are not treated nicely. Number one, but number two, you're still killing those animals. No matter how nice they're treated, you're still killing them. What justifies killing these poor animals?
I told you what justifies it. If you don't kill any, if we don't eat animals, they're gonna overpopulate.
Okay, why do you say that?
What do you mean? Why do I say that? They're gonna breed with each other. There's gonna be crossbreeding. It's just gonna be ridiculous.
Okay, where do you think we get our animals?
From other animals.
Okay, where do you think we get the animals that we slaughter? Where do they come from?
From other animals. The wild.
No, not the wild. We don't get them from the wild, right?
So we made them in a science lab then?
We make them, in fact, yes, we literally make them, and we forcibly impregnate, artificially inseminate these animals, right, in factories. We breed them into existence. And that's the problem, right? You are causing so many animals to be born for no reason.
But that's not for no reason. It's to feed people.
Right, but you can feed people as a vegan. You can be vegan and still be perfectly fine.
And I get that. I'm not saying that you can't be vegan and not be perfectly fine.
Great, so what justifies slaughtering animals if you don't have to?
We don't starve animals. We get them nice and juicy so we can eat them.
I can't debate kids. No more, please. No more. Hey, what do you got? Imagine if I held up a dog and said, we make them nice and juicy so we can slaughter that. You guys would cancel. I'd be canceled tomorrow, right? If I held up a dog on live and said, ooh, juicy dog, let me slaughter it, I would be canceled. But when it comes to a pig or a cow, all of a sudden, it's perfectly okay. There's a disconnect. You're disconnected to the animals. It's not a good look.
Yo, can you hear me?
How old are you?
21.
Great. What do you got?
Okay, so when I first went vegan, so when I first went vegan, I just wanted to try it out. Then
Sir, can you give us a justification for slaughtering animals?
justification for it?
Yeah. Why do you slaughter animals?
What? What's the word?
Why do you slaughter animals?
Startle. Like scare them?
Hey yo.
Hey, what do you got?
I was vegan for a while. I think I don't justify the slaughter of animals. There's obviously there's a lot of craziness with the
Tap, tap, tap. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Link in bio for my YouTube. All my debates there. God debates, vegan debates.
Hello?
How old are you?
18,
What year were you born?
2005.
And what's the W-2?
A W-2. I'm gonna be so honest, I have no idea.
Are you from America?
Yeah.
Have a good day. I can't debate somebody who doesn't even know what a W-2 is.
What's going on, man? How old are you?
Hey, what do you got?
Hey, I was gonna say that my view on this is that we have, like, scientifically, we have like two different types of teeth. So like, I'm just justifying how to eat meat first, but or why you can. Plus you have two different types of teeth. Like you have your molars more like for chewing, like vegan and stuff. I have no like trouble with vegan and all that, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
people in the
yeah,
world.
no. Okay, great. So your only justification that you have for slaughtering and abusing animals in factories is because we have two types of teeth?
No, I'm saying that it's okay to eat meat because, I mean, scientifically, I think we are okay to eat meat as people. But I'm not saying there's no problem with like choosing whether to eat meat or not. But
Okay,
there's a
okay.
lot of people in the
So,
world, and there's a lot of people that I think need to be fed, and I
so,
think
so
that's
are
food
you, okay,
source.
can you just, yes or no? Do you think that it's justified to eat animals because we have teeth?
I would say so. I mean,
Okay, great. So would it be okay for me to kill a person I have canines? Is that okay?
a person is different. I mean, animals eat animals all the time.
Okay,
I'd
great. So
say.
what's the difference between a person and an animal morally that justifies killing the animal but not the person?
A person I do not view as an animal or a particular food source. It is cannibalism, so that's against my
Okay.
religion, of course.
Why is it okay? What is the morally relevant difference between killing a person and killing an animal? What's the morally relevant difference there?
An animal isn't a person per se, so they're not on the same. To me, they're not on the same tree. You know, they don't have the same DNA, same background,
Okay,
same
great.
everything.
So the only reason why you get to kill an animal is because they don't have the same DNA as you.
I mean, I'd say so, yes, in a sense.
Okay.
I mean, particularly, I mean, we're not like a valuable food source. Like we don't have you know what you get what I'm saying though?
Okay.
Like comparing
Do you
an
think it's
animal to a
okay,
human
great. So
is,
do you think it's okay to kill a dog?
yes, if you have to eat it.
What if you don't have to?
If you don't have to, then you shouldn't.
Great, but there are different species, right? So now there's a contradiction in your view. Because on one side you said it's wrong to kill a person, or it's okay to it's wrong to kill a person because they're the same species. But when it comes to an animal, it's suddenly wrong to kill a dog, even though they're different species than you. So what justifies killing the dog?
If you need food, you need food.
Killing the pig, or killing the pig or the cow?
If you need to eat food, you need to eat food. So if you
Yeah, but what if you don't have to eat, right, for survival? What if you have a grocery store next to you? You can eat whatever you want. What
well,
justifies killing them?
like me personally, I don't have a grocery store very close. So my family does rely on growing our own food and having to uh, have our own meat.
Okay. What's the closest grocery store to you?
I'd say it's close to an hour away.
Okay. So an hour away for you to get groceries. How often do you go there?
Not very often. We grow most of our food. I mean, I'd say maybe like once a month.
Once a month. Okay, great. So you can still go to the store and buy food. You don't have to kill the animals.
Yeah, I mean, we're not that like. It's kind of hard for us to get there every month. Just saying, like you know, the way we live is pretty like simple and off the land mostly.
Right,
And
right.
so I'd
But
say
it's
it isn't really easy for us to do that, and we are kind of privileged to be able to go and do that, honestly. But to be able to go do that how we need to would probably be every week, every other week, because I have a lot of people in my family, and plus, I mean, I think there is a preference in people wanting to eat meat or wanting to eat
yeah,
just plants.
that's not really what I'm asking you, right? I'm asking you what justifies slaughtering animals, and you're saying, well, it's the grocery store's too far, right? I'm trying to
I'm
show you
saying
that you can
mainly that it's
still
written in our DNA.
you can still I'm trying to show you that you can still budget and still go vegan in certain ways, right? Veganism is not necessarily one diet. It's about doing what you can to minimize cruelty. So anybody can still be vegan. You don't have to be perfect. What I'm saying is that you can make steps to minimize the amount of harm you're causing to the animals, right? You can still do that, right?
Yeah, I can agree with trying to take that suffering off of animals, of course. Like, I have a heart, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is some people don't have that availability as we do as Americans or in any other country that has grocery
Well,
stores
of
or
course,
anything like
I'm
that.
not gonna. Of course, I'm not gonna go to Sentinel Island and go, "Hey, you guys, you better go vegan." I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. But what I can do is talk
Yeah,
to
but I mean,
people that have phones.
technically they're still having to eat meat and slaughter animals, as you say.
Hey, what do you got?
Oh, what's up, man? So, I would just ask you this: what's the purpose of a pig?
Purpose is subjective, right? Is subjective. My purpose is to love and live. Perhaps pigs want that too, because they're living sentient beings like we are.
Okay, but if you actually look at the life of a pig, they just eat slop. They're like garbage disposals. They
Okay,
don't
great.
sweat.
So what's the
Like, hey,
purpose?
wait, hold on. Why you cut me off? Relax for a second.
Because you're wrong. That's incorrect. See, you are objectifying these poor animals as if they're just things to get to eat. All they do is eat shit. Well, so do you, sir, frankly. But more importantly, what is the purpose of a mentally handicapped person when they're making no contributions to society? Why do we still value them? Because they're still sentient beings. They're still individuals, right, with their own experience. The same with a pig, no matter how intelligent they are. Because you're trying to say that they're not as intelligent as you. So
Never said that.
great. So then what justifies killing a pig, but not a person who's mentally challenged?
I was never gonna say you can eat a pig because you shouldn't eat them. That's my point.
Great.
The
So then you're
purpose of
vegan?
a pig
So then you're
is to
vegan, right?
literally eat slop. They are like garbage
Sir,
disposals. They
are you
clean
vegan?
you up.
Sir, are you vegan?
No,
So what justifies eating animals?
I'm trying to. I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get to. But you not like. I don't know what you're doing here, but anyways, the purpose why you can eat these things is because that's the purpose that they were put here for, literally.
How do you know that?
Because if you just sit down and eat plants all day, like you're not getting no kind of fat. Not only that, it's like
Yes, you can. You can get fat by eating plants. Avocados, right? Beans all have fats in them.
okay, but still, it's like animals. They're literally food for us. It's just what
Why
it
do you
is,
say
bro.
that? Because animals are made of the same stuff you're made of. You're made of meat, just like the pig.
Actually, I was created in the image of God.
Oh, okay.
Animals.
Oh, so now you believe in a magic sky wizard. Okay. So
This guy here,
does God ever say you have to eat animals?
yeah.
Really, God says you have to eat animals. It's a commandment.
Never said that.
Great. So you clearly don't have to eat animals. So why do you do it?
I mean, well, you try to tell me it's why it's so important to eat plants. Like,
Because you're harming animals if you don't. So why do
okay,
you harm animals?
humans get harmed all the time.
What
It's just
justifies
the way the world works.
eating? What
You can eat
justifies
animals, bro. Animals eat animals all the time.
animals also eat their own shit? Should we do that too? Should we eat our shit too? Yummy. Shit flavor. No. We don't get our morality from animals, right? We are humans. We have choices. We can think differently. We don't have to eat the animals, period.
But you should, though.
Why?
It's just the way God made the world, bro.
Okay.
It's normal.
If God made animals to eat, why is it that animals are made of the same meat you're made of? And why do animals feel the same pain you do?
That's just the way God made it. And we're in a fallen world.
What do the animals do to be fallen? What do they do?
Well, technically, animals are innocent only because,
Great. So then
multiple
why do you
life.
harm them? Why do you kill them if they're innocent?
They're food.
So was vegan foods, right? The difference is you don't have to harm the animal. You're harming animals for no reason.
I'm not harming animals.
Okay. If I took you and I ate you and I just went to your house and killed you to eat your food, would that be harm to you?
Okay, but that's different.
What's the difference between eating a person and an animal? What's the difference?
If you're eating a person, right, you literally just killed somebody who is literally in the same exact image as yourself. Like, and not only that,
Why is our image,
like I
why
said,
is
we're
the human
created in the image
image,
of God.
why
So
is it, what
definitely that's
about, what
wrong.
exactly about the human image is so amazing over the animals?
Well, God said that He breathed into us to give us a living soul. Animals weren't gifted that. It was
Okay,
more of
where's the soul?
the soul was created from dirt.
Okay. So if tomorrow we found out that we didn't have souls, would that be okay to kill people and eat them?
If we didn't have a soul, we would have a spirit, so we would still be alive.
Sir, can you just answer this hypothetical for me?
I did.
If
I
tomorrow,
don't.
if tomorrow we found out that we had no soul, would that justify eating people?
Well, we wouldn't be able to touch anybody because we're just breath. That's what spirit is.
All right, sir.
I have a different set
Have
of
a good
beliefs
day,
than you.
sir. I can't do this anymore. I really can't. Hello? Hello? Have a good day. Please subscribe to my YouTube, link in bio, all my debates. You guys will like it. Hello?
Hello?
Yep, what do you got?
Hello, can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
Hello?
Have a good day. Hello? Hello? Yep, what do you got? Okay, great. What's the study? What's the study called? Yeah, they can't, the guest can't. Yeah, that's not a study, sir. It's not a study. I'm asking for a study. Come up next time when we can hear you. Give us the actual study. Um, please subscribe to my YouTube.
Hello, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Southeast Asia, from Asia, and my English maybe not really good, but I have a question to you. What if the people take a bath and the bacteria dying? Do you understand? We kill bacteria when we take a bath, and bacteria is a part of they live, right?
Yeah,
They
but bacteria are not sentient. They don't have feelings or brains or nervous systems. They're just bacteria, right? Like I don't cry if I like brush my teeth, right? Like I'm not scared of killing a bacterium. I'm scared of harming an animal who's sentient, like a goat or a cow or a pig or chicken. Animals that have really rich experiences, right, of life and consciousness, not some bacteria.
and what if the people living in desert like in Saudi Arabia and Northern Africa, they don't have plants and what they eat?
Okay, sir, I can't go to every person in the world and say, you gotta stop eating meat. I can't do that. But what
No,
I can do.
I'm not hate vegan, but I just
All right, have a good day.
I mean
Have a good day. I'm not here to say that I can be perfect and that everybody has to change tomorrow. That's not what I'm here to say. I'm here to say that maybe we can change slowly but surely. Maybe there is a new way of life. It's that simple.
Hello.
Yep, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm from Mexico. I'm just neutral. Or just try to explain that throughout human history, we have labeled, like put animals or even humans in categories, so we can justify what we might be against. Like if someone wanted to have slaves, they would say that a black person was inferior in some capacity, and so that gave a certain group of humans the justification to
Okay, sir, have
enslave
a good
somebody
day.
else.
No, I don't have, no slavery, please. Next. Okay, I don't know if I can do this much longer, guys. Please subscribe to the YouTube. My Carnist threshold is reaching the tippy top.
What's good? What's good?
How old are you?
18.
What's a W-2?
It's like the thing you put your taxes with.
Great, what do you got?
All right, so I just want to know, like, do you think that it's right for, the food chain, food chain to exist?
Yeah, it's an obvious thing that exists. The problem is that we don't have to eat animals to be part of the food chain. We can just eat plants.
But we are a part of the food chain, though. Like, we are the apex predators, and we are in alignment with the food chain because of that. And I feel like
I know we're part of the food chain. That's obvious. But what's not obvious is that we have to eat animals. And no matter what part of the food chain we're on, the top, the bottom, the middle, the left, the right, we don't have to eat animals, period. There's no requirement to eat animals. So what justifies doing it if we know it causes harm, excess harm?
I think that, like you said earlier, and this is not the only reason, but you said like that morality is subjective, right? I think that if some people's morals aren't against eating animals, then that of course can justify to them that eating animals is okay. But like
Yes,
another,
ma'am, I can't talk to Jeffrey Dahmer and say, hey, Jeffrey, stop eating babies. I can't do that, right? Some people are crazy. But what I can do is talk to you and gauge what your ethics are, right? So I can be like, hey, do you think it's wrong to kill a dog? And if you agree it's wrong to kill a dog, then you should also agree to be consistent that it's wrong to kill a pig or a cow, right? So can you show us the reasoning as to why you think it's okay to kill animals?
okay, well, personally, why I think it's okay, I don't
I don't agree with the way you put it, like why it's okay to kill animals. Because me personally, I'm not killing them. I'm just buying it from the store, right? And
Yeah, and Hitler never killed anybody. He just paid the Nazis to do it. Right? This is what you're justifying, right?
hold
You're
on,
literally
hold on.
justifying anybody
You
anything.
can't
Like,
compare those two things.
as long as they pay for it, I didn't do it. That's stupid, right?
Okay, but you're saying that I'm the one killing them? That
You're the
doesn't.
one paying somebody to be killed. Yes.
I'm not. That's just been the culture. Eating
You are.
meat is a culture in itself, and
It
it's
doesn't
a
make it.
very widespread
That doesn't
culture.
make it okay. Just because your culture is bad doesn't make it good, right?
Nobody said it's bad. You said morality is subjective. If you
Okay,
believe
great,
that it's
great.
bad, then that's what you believe is bad.
Okay, great. So do you think that it's okay to slaughter a dog?
Yes.
Do you think it's okay to just go up to a random dog and slaughter it?
Okay. Pause. Let me elaborate. I think it's okay if you're doing it to like eat it, okay? Then yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. What if you don't have to eat it to survive? What if you have a grocery store next to you and you can eat plant-based food? Would it then be okay to go up to a dog and slaughter it?
Would it then be okay to go up to a dog and slaughter it? Personally, I don't think so. But like I said earlier, it
Right.
is a
So you
culture.
okay, great. Hold on. So you agree that it's wrong to kill a dog if you don't have to eat it. So why do you think it's okay to kill a pig if you don't have to eat it either?
It's not that you don't have to eat it. I think someone brought this up earlier. Not everyone has like available
Okay,
vegan options to them.
why do you have to eat pigs?
Well, personally, I don't eat pigs. So,
Okay. Why do you have to eat cows?
why do I have to eat cows? I mean, that's just the culture. It's what my family does. It's what my family's done for a long time. It's
That doesn't
just
make it
in.
necessary. That doesn't make it necessary, right? I'm asking you, why do you have to eat the cow? Culture doesn't necessitate you eating a cow, right?
Why? I think it's the way you're putting it. Maybe that's why I'm not understanding. But I mean, like I said, I guess you're right. I mean, we don't have to eat animals, but we do eat them because
Right,
I
and
keep
that's why
telling.
I'm asking you. That's why I'm trying to show you that there's no good reason to do that. There's no good reason to kill a cow or a pig for food. We don't have to. You're harming animals. Why? Why?
It's the same as how, you know, um, other animals kill each other. They have they have plants in the forest. I mean, why don't they eat the plants?
Ma'am, we're not. Are we wild animals? Are we in the wild? Are we Tarzan? No. We have stores. We have society. We can pay for anything we want to eat. We don't have to be like animals. What do you want to eat shit too like animals do and moo like animals? Moo. Like, do you want to act like animals? No. We don't have to eat animals. We don't have to act like them. So why do you do it?
Okay. Let me ask you this, right? And I don't mean to like ignore the question, but let me just ask you this to like see the viewpoint. Do you think that plants, you don't think that they're the same as animals, right? Because they're not sentient,
Mm-hmm.
right? What about animals that, sorry, not animals. What about plants that can, you know, like for an example, maybe like a Venus flytrap. They eat meat, right? They eat insects. What
Okay.
justifies?
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, like listen, like I'm trying to explain my point. Just let me cook. Let me cook. So I'm trying to say here, like,
You're
what
cooking
if?
nonsense. You're not cooking anything,
Okay, you're
man.
right. Let me stay on topic. The reason I believe that that eating animals is okay, and you're asking me this, I'm justifying it with the reason of culture. I don't understand what
Okay, great.
justify.
So if your culture thought it was okay to grape, would that be okay for you to grape? Because your culture said it's good?
Okay, pause. I
Yes or
don't
no?
think
Yes
that
or no?
I
Yes or
don't think
no?
that food can be comparable to
Yes
like
or
a heinous
that's
act.
not what I'm
especially when
I'm
we have
not
social
comparing
morals.
food to that, man. What I'm saying is that your justification for doing an action is that your culture does it. I'm trying to show you that just because your culture does something doesn't make it okay. So, can you answer the question?
What? Okay, I'm sorry. Can you just repeat the question? I feel like I'm getting confused because the way you're saying these
Yeah,
things.
I can't. I'm very tired of debating, people who don't know what they're talking about. One last guest, please subscribe to the YouTube. All my debates there, all my content.
So what I got is, so animals were put on the earth by God, right? And we're supposed to eat animals, and
Okay,
animals
what
give
makes you what makes you think that animals are here by God?
because when God created Earth, he put animals on Earth. So
Okay. Okay, how old are you?
I am 15 years old.
We can tell. Have a good day. All right. Scooby Doo. I got to bring up Scooby Doo.
All right. I do not have a thing for.
Sorry, guys, wrong person.
Hey, what's good? Can you hear me?
How old are you?
25,
What year were you born?
97,
What day were you? What day were you born? What month and day?
December 29.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm just saying, I'll beef for anybody, even if they're vegetarian. But
Can you give us an argument that justifies eating animals?
I mean, dinosaurs, right? T-Rexes ate everything else. We were the apex predator. And we are the apex predator. We can
Dinosaur?
conquer. Yeah.
So you get to slaughter and abuse animals because the dinosaurs did it?
Yeah, precisely. Yeah.
Dinosaurs also grape each other. Should we grape each other like the dinosaurs?
No. Socially, no. Of course not.
Ooh. Okay, great. So just because an animal does something doesn't mean we have to follow that action.
Okay, but I see what you're saying, but those are the old days, right?
Yeah, now we're in the new days, right? We don't have to kill animals for food, right?
But why not? It's food. It's healthy.
Well, no, it's not healthy, but more importantly, it doesn't have to be food. We don't have to eat anybody. We can eat vegan foods.
But they're not anybody. They're animals.
See, now you're objectifying the poor animals, right? Now you're viewing them as objects. When animals are sentient, they're conscious, they're aware, they're loving, they're compassionate, just like we are. The animals are not objects. They are someone. They are somebody. They have personalities,
I'm not gonna
thoughts,
treat a
feelings,
pig who's rolling around in
dreams.
his own
You're
poo.
underestimating these animals. They're not just animals. They're also sentient individuals like we are.
Damn, bro. That's facts. True. Anyways, I'm out. Have a good one.
Sophia's here. Hey, Sophia. And you're wrong.
Senor, the reason that you shouldn't eat a vegan diet is because you're gonna be weak. You're gonna look like you. You gotta get your protein in.
Yeah, I have plenty of protein and I'm plenty strong. And there are vegan bodybuilders who can outlift you any day of the week. So that's a
Are you
cute
sure?
thing
I
to
have
say,
like
but
crazy lifts though. Are you
meat,
sure?
meat eaters actually have more heart disease and cancer. So when you eat meat, you're going to get more cancer and disease.
But at least I'm not gonna be skinny like you.
I'm not skinny.
How much do you weigh?
My BMI is perfect. But nice try. Nice try,
Thank
and we
you.
don't have an argument.
Maybe next time I'll try better.
Good. Have a good day. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. That was one of the best arguments we've heard today. Okay, Nikki says she's educated. Let's see if we can bring her in. This is educated Nikki. Let's hear it.
Alright, for one, I'm not a woman, but I can get that one out of the way.
Okay, what do you got?
Alright, well, my main argument, which justifies it, is it's more of split into multiple, right? You say that.
Wait, what? How old are you?
Perfectly old enough. What's your point?
What year were you born?
2005.
Okay. What argument do you have?
My argument is that, so you say that we don't need to eat meat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What's your argument now?
Okay. Well, my argument is that, for one, we are omnivorous.
Okay. Doesn't mean we have to eat meat.
No. We are built for a balance of meat and plant life. That is what omnivorous is for.
That's not true, number one, but more importantly, we don't have to eat meat. We can be perfectly balanced as vegans.
No, because vegan is a strict diet.
No, it's not. I eat everything you eat except for the dead carcass.
Okay, look at any carnivorous creature, right? They can have a completely balanced diet on meat. What's your point there?
We can be balanced as vegans, period. We don't have to eat meat, period.
Okay. But we can choose to eat meat as well. Even if we didn't.
But we don't have to choose to eat meat. We can also choose to eat plants only, and that would be more ethical.
But we can choose to not eat plants.
We can also choose to grape. It doesn't make it okay. Choice doesn't mean that something's okay.
No,
right?
That's not
Why do you think it's ethically justified to kill animals?
Okay. What I'm saying, now, when it comes to meat eating and farms,
You're not gonna go, when it comes to eating meat and farms, you're gonna answer the question, okay? You're gonna answer the question and you're gonna actually engage in the debate. I had high hopes for you, Nick. High hopes.
I have friends that are vegan as well, but they've never sat down and actually went into why they're vegan. But I eat meat. I hunt my own meat.
Okay, great. So can you justify killing animals?
Oh yeah, that's meat. That's protein. I do a lot of construction work, and then there's people that are vegans, and then they're physically cannot.
There's plenty of proteins in plant-based foods: beans, pastas, rices, tofus. All the above have protein.
So while everyone's running around and they're fertilizing crops and then introducing chemicals into our soils and then leaking into our waterways in mass production of farming to create a vegan meat.
No, that's incorrect. Most crops we grow are fed to animals, not to humans. You're causing more pesticides. You're causing more of that happening. You're causing more deforestation. You're causing more animals and plants to die.
The animals I kill aren't putting pesticides into the earth.
Well, guess what? We have to grow food to feed those animals that you slaughter, right?
Do I feed them? The forest feeds them.
No, we have to grow food to feed those animals that you slaughter.
No, I don't feed them. I kill them from the forest. I apply for a hunting tag every year, and I go kill a deer, I go kill an elk, I go kill a bear, and I eat my own food.
Yeah. Okay, great. So now you're a hunter who intentionally kills animals for no good reason. You don't have to get the protein from those animals. You don't have to. So yeah, now we're talking about ethics now. right? So do you concede that vegans cause less harm to the crops on average, generally speaking?
Well, it takes more chemicals for
No. Listen to what I just told you. Do you agree that vegans on average cause way less crop death and deforestation?
Well, see, you have to clear cut a forest to make a field.
Sir, can you answer the question? Do vegans cause less or more deforestation?
They cause more deforestation. You guys have to clear forest.
Incorrect. Here's a study for you to go look at. It's called Vegans, Vegetarians in the UK Show Discrepant Environmental Impacts. And it demonstrates that vegans cause 70% less deforestation. These also cause 50% less water usage and 75% less carbon emissions. So we're causing way less deforestation. Okay.
How is it less deforestation when you have to clear cut a field or get rid of a forest to put in a field?
Most of those fields we're cutting down are for animal agriculture, not for vegans.
You have to cut down a forest to create a field for a farm.
Do you have ears? Listen to me very carefully. The animals that you guys kill in factories and other people kill in factories, we have to grow those foods, cut down those trees to make way for those crops to feed them. And animals eat way more than we do, right? So we have to destroy lots of trees to make way for all these crops to grow for these animals. That's why meat eaters cause way more harm to the environment. Do you agree?
No, I do not agree.
Great. So where's your source that meat eaters cause less harm to the environment?
Where do we cause less harm? How are we causing any harm? The animals that I harvest is completely off grid. I'm not going to a grocery store like you do.
Sir,
I don't buy stuff at a grocery.
See, the funny thing is that you think you have an argument here, but if what you're advocating for is not sustainable for the population of the globe, right? It might work for you or a couple people. But number one, this is utilitarianism you're arguing for. I'm a vegan. I'm not saying that I don't kill any animals. What I'm saying is that I don't intend to kill any animals. You do intend to kill animals. There is an intention there. You as a hunter are intentionally killing animals. I'm not. I'm not killing any animals intentionally. So what justifies hunting to you? And do you concede that vegans cause less harm to the environment?
Well, what justifies hunting to me is like when I fill my tags, any leftover meat goes to other families in need that eat meat. So I'm actually donating more to people than where you guys are actually building farms and everything else.
Sir, but instead of killing a poor animal, you could have donated vegan food.
Why would I donate vegan food when I'm not a vegan? I grow my own crops too.
That's your problem. Where's your ethics here, right? I'm asking you, where's your ethics? Why do you kill animals if you don't have to?
I kill them to feed me and other families.
But you can feed yourself and other families with vegan food.
Let me see. I could sit there and grow a small crop and sit there and go to a store every single day, spend hundreds and thousands of dollars a year, or I could go out and I can go hunt an animal, or I could raise an animal for 4 years. Say I raise a cattle for 4 years and let it run around on free range.
Where you're exploiting animals, right? See, you think it's just an object, but you're actually harming an animal who didn't have to die and didn't have to be raised like that, right? You are breeding animals into existence. You're proliferating this nonsense where we exploit animals. That is inherently wrong to me as a vegan, right? You are intentionally killing and harming animals. Why? What justifies that?
What justifies it? I'm eating well. And other families are eating well.
It's like you can't listen to me, right? I know you're eating well, sir, but I'm asking you, you can still eat well as a plant-based vegan. You don't have to kill the animals for it.
Why would I?
I can eat well as a cannibal.
I can grow my own salad. I can grow my own small crop garden. When you look at more,
why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
Else, what?
Why don't you do that? And why do you harm the animals instead?
No, I grow both. I have my own vegetable garden and everything else. I'm completely
so why do you kill animals when you don't have to?
What's that?
Why do you slaughter and kill animals when you don't have to? Just answer the question, please.
Oh, I have to. I have to survive.
Why do you have to hunt? Why can't you go to the store?
Because I don't believe in GMO products that are lies in the store. So I hunt my animals, and
Oh my gosh. You don't. GMOs are very rare in stores, and you can avoid them if you want to. You don't have to eat GMOs.
why would I sit there and say that it's fundamentally right for people just to go into a grocery store and then spend more and more money when I'm more economical, when I can self-sustain myself and other families?
It was more economical to own slaves back then. But guess what? It's still wrong. Just because something's economical doesn't mean it's good or morally acceptable. But more importantly, aren't you paying for ammo, guns, and trucks to get there to the wilderness? It costs money to hunt for food. Why didn't you take that money and buy plant-based food with it?
See, I already live in the forest. The animals walk in my front yard. So I'm not really spending next to nothing.
Okay, do you spend money on ammo?
What? I already have my ammo stocked, so really,
Right.
no, I'm not.
Yes, exactly. You invested money for ammo and guns and all these things to shoot. That money could have been invested in plant-based foods.
Something that's only going to last how long? Plants ain't going to last forever.
Sir, you're spending money on ammo. You're spending money on products to hunt. That money could be spent elsewhere, which is more ethical, right?
Right. I could buy a machete and I could start using a machete to chop off the turkey heads. I could use it to put a chicken on the butcher block.
Yeah, the problem is that's not ethical to me, sir. Chopping off heads is not good, right? So do you think it's okay to chop off the head of a person?
Why would I want to eat a person? I'm not a cannibal.
Sir, can you answer the question? Do you think it's okay to slaughter a person for food?
That's irrelevant. I'm not a murderer.
I know that. Can you answer the question, yes or no? Do you think it's wrong to kill a person for food?
Let me see. If I was starving and surviving in the woods, I'd
No,
pull
you're not starving and surviving. You're just a regular person who has the ability to buy foods or grow their own garden. Do you think it's still okay to kill a person for food?
Why would I kill a person? No, I wouldn't kill a person.
No. Is it wrong? Yes or no? Is it wrong ethically to kill a person for food?
For food? Yeah.
Okay,
why
great.
would you?
So why, if it's wrong to kill a person for food, why is it okay to kill a deer or a cow for food?
Well, let's see. It's food. Even in all cultures and all religions.
Sir, you're not answering the question. Why
Creator.
is it perfectly okay to kill an animal who is a sentient being like a person is, right? There's a similarity between a person and an animal. What's the difference between a person and an animal?
The difference between a person and an animal? Let me see. We have free thought. We do free movements and everything else. Yeah, an animal goes based off of migrations. They go from one place to the next. People do not do that. People are repetitive.
Same with the animals. Animals are repetitive too, just like humans.
Yeah, they're repetitive. Both of them are repetitive. There's no difference. But at the same, yeah.
So then why is it okay to kill an animal if there's no difference between us morally?
Because I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to have other people, and we're going to cut back on the grocery bill costs.
Then you've just justified cannibalism, right? Because you're saying, "Oh, I'm going to eat it. It's food. So can people be food." Still doesn't make it okay.
The grocery stores didn't exist, and you had to grow your own crops. Would you survive?
Yeah, we're not. This isn't the apocalypse, right? This is 2023. Do you think it's okay? What justifies harming animals today?
That's food to me. I'm going to eat them regardless.
Okay. Are humans food?
In certain situations, sure. I mean, look at the soccer players that crashed into the Himalaya.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe logic is so hard for you people. If I have a store next to me, would it be okay to eat a person for food if I have a perfectly good plant-based meal on the side to choose from?
Why would I want to eat a plant? If I wanted to buy it, if I wanted a salad.
Oh my, I can't believe it's so difficult to answer your question. Guys, see, the guest is having a hard time because they think that animals are just objects. They don't understand that there's a sentience involved, right? They don't understand the ethics here. The reasons why he didn't want to kill a person are the same reasons why I don't want to kill an animal. We're both sentient, we're both conscious, we're both compassionate. There's no morally relevant difference. And that's what the guest was not getting, right? He was just saying, it's food, it's food, it's food, because he doesn't understand the bigger picture. They're not just food. They're not just objects. They're sentient beings like we are. And there's no difference, morally speaking, between those two entities. And that's why I'm vegan. Because I love life. I love human life, I love animal life, and I don't want to harm it. I want to preserve it.